So if you're still writing articles to rank, stop. You will fail. This could be one of the most important videos I will ever record on this channel. And this is not going to be your typical walkthrough or guide or manual. This is going to be my view on where SEO is headed, especially for your regular niche site builders, and how we can stay afloat and succeed in this ever-evolving industry that we're in. And I really want you to take notes because I'm pretty sure I will be right about most of the things that I will share with you today. So the premise is that I've stopped writing articles and started ranking. And when I say articles, I mean textual information that is meant to address a specific keyword, address a searcher intent and whatnot. This is very old news and you should not be focusing on that at all. There are three segments to this impromptu presentation. First off, I think this is kind of ironic that we actually use AI to fight with AI, fight off AI, overcome AI, namely by Google. And I think this is important to step back and really think about where AI fails and where the opportunity lies for us. First off, first item on the menu, and I think this should be obvious, at least for most of the people. AI cannot teach you a skill. And here when I say AI, I mainly mean Google, I mainly mean SEO. I don't refer to any specific tool which is AI driven or a technology that is emerging. I'm talking about SEO and niche blogging here. So AI cannot teach you a skill, and if you type in how to increase your vocal range, I'm pretty sure there's going to be an AI Google overview, but really, realistically, you'll never use that summary, that advice to actually improve your singing voice. And the same goes for crafts, same goes for driving a vehicle, playing sports, improving your body. You'll never trust an AI overview, however detailed, to actually learn a skill. So people will still have a very important role to play when it comes to teaching a skill. Yes, it's going to be AI powered, but still we are looking for a human-like medium to teach us a skill, and this is not going anywhere, at least not as far as SEO is concerned. Second, AI cannot do work for you. And again, I'm not talking about a specific AI tool that does amazingly well with your specific use case. I'm talking about SEO and AI overviews. So if you need your PDF exported in a different format, if you are struggling with a specific issue, if you want your image upscaled, if you want to code an app, again, there's going to be a specific tool for that. AI, as in AI overviews and SERPs, are not going to be a substitute. So tools will still prevail. It is my strong belief that everybody should have a tool or a suite of tools to promote. Third, AI cannot curate content very well. Yes, we all know that Perplexity and to an extent even Google do a pretty good job at sourcing from different types of websites. But if you want true curation, if you want an accurate representation of a topic or an idea or a specific angle, a human intervention is needed, especially if you want a unique angle or a unique insight. So with all the AI prowess, it is not capable on its own, at least, of producing unique insights and unique pieces of data. There's a lot of merit and a lot of potential in data and information curation. Number 4 is AI cannot address pain points, especially those pain points that have gaps. So AI, again, is trained on a data. It could be its own data, it could be external data, like Reddit for Google, for example. But if no specific information exists for a specific pain point or there is a scarcity of information, Google is not capable of producing that information for you. So pain point hunting is going to be very important for all of you who want to enter a niche, and you have to become extremely good at identifying those pain points. This is why I'm saying that the era of niche marketing is over and the era of pain point marketing is here. We are not going to be doing a top-down approach where we are taking a topic, niching down, and becoming an authority in that niche down topic. It's going to be the other way around. We are going to be finding a very specific pain point an extremely narrow, very focused, laser focused problem for which we will become an authority. So it's more bottom up instead of top down. Keywords are gonna become niches. I've been experimenting a lot with exact match domains in the past 3 months, and results are very promising. I will not be surprised where some of the how-to keywords are going to become EMD domains, and more keywords are going to transition into domains, into brands that are built around a specific keyword. I know it sounds kind of silly right now because we are trained to think about topical authority, but you might actually be better off becoming a topical authority in a specific keyword. Product reviews are going to be different from what they are right now. They're going to become content hubs or even digital shops. So a typical product review is not going to be your 2,000, 3,000 word document. It's going to be minimal textual information with a curated list of testimonials, case studies, data to back it up, and interactive tools. So the actual textual portion of a product review is going to be minimal. The source that lands a user to or a reader to that review is not going to be Google, most likely. It's going to be video based. And when the reader arrives at that page, they're going to see a very specific curated list of pros and cons. It's going to be extremely testimonial heavy and very data and case study heavy and very little text. And if you want to learn more about this one, I'm actually preparing a new prompt that I'm going to be testing. That is nothing that you've previously seen. It's like product reviews 4.0. And it might flop, but I truly believe that in a year or so, product reviews are not going to be product reviews. They're going to become content hubs and digital window shops. I've touched upon this a little bit, but there's going to be a surge in EMD and local SEO just because the global SEO, the organic national-wide SEO, is going to become too competitive. So people will see more and more opportunities within the exact match domains. And this is in line with the bottom-up approach, keywords as niches, and local SEO because it's still scattered, the opportunity is still there, and frankly, AI overviews are doing pretty badly when it comes to programmatic SEO and local SEO as well. They're almost non-existent. Number 5, this one is kind of obvious. Most of us, or many of us who want to stay afloat, who want to win this game, are going to transition from content to tools. Because tools are entities and they solve a specific problem. It's not feasible in the near future that the AA overview will actually adapt to become a tool. So tools are going to be still there and they're going to be extremely specific and simple. Next up, most of us will say no to the informational keywords, especially your business owners, especially SaaS owners who want to promote their products. They're going to say no to informational keywords despite contradicting that topical authority mantra where you have to cover everything and your typical top of the funnel informational keywords as well. And more of us are going to say yes to commercial keywords. Those are buyer keywords, those are programmatic conversions keywords, those are your alternative keywords, those are going to be your product comparison keywords. And the good news is that Google AI overviews are not present in many of those keyword categories. Finally, sites will evolve, and going forward, if you are still interested in having a site that is profitable, you will need to think as your site being social first and not SEO first. And this means being extremely video heavy and video focused. This means that if you choose to promote your website via video, or social, you need to adhere to 2 very important rules. And I found this the hard way. And this is true for both YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. You need to have an extremely unique visual style. It doesn't have to be something amazing. It just has to be different. And you have to think in terms of a hook being very prominent within the first seconds of your video. And it doesn't really matter which information you cover next. Of course, Many elements like proper CTA, value that you give are still going to be important, but if you don't pass that uniqueness as far as visual style and an engaging hook, you will lose your viewer forever. And this is the name of the game. Visual style and hook, visual style and hook. And it doesn't really matter which social network you choose. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram is going to be the same for all of these networks. And this is what's going to drive the majority of your traffic to your website. Next, we're going to think differently. So a few years ago, it was customary to embed YouTube videos into the articles. And I never really fully understood why. Yes, it plays into the whole dwell time thingy, whereby a user lands on your page, they watch your video, they spend more time on your website, which is beneficial for SEO, but that's it. That's pretty much it. There is no other benefit except for that. And why not think differently? Why not say that each video that you produce is going to be accompanied by a specific article with additional information, with guides, with datasets, with lead magnets, with useful information. And it's the other way around. It's not an article that is complemented with a video. It's a video that is complemented by the article. And the article has to have extreme value to actually move the needle as far as diverting attention from the video to the website. And it's actually a good thing. So the era of useless articles that don't deliver any value is over in that regard. Because if your article doesn't deliver any value, it's going to be extremely difficult to actually make a person switch from a video and make them do something that they didn't want to do before. Next up, each site should have a guide or guides, and they are not for the sake of SEO. They're going to be for the sake of user experience, because sites will become hubs of curated, extremely useful content. And you will never write a guide to rank better. If you do, it's going to be an added benefit, but the sole purpose should be extreme value for the viewer. And see the previous sticky, you will drive traffic to your guides through video content. Each site should have a tool, and I will go even further. I would say that each article should have a tool. Yes, you will have few articles, and it doesn't have to be something extremely complex. It could be a quiz, it could be a calculator, it could be something, but it has to be relevant to the article, and it has to actually help the reader. Each site should have a directory. Yes, there is going to be exceptions, but directory is another example of curated content. And again, AI is amazing, but it's not the best at curating content. If you are niching down, if you are looking at essays for PhD students, not even essay for academia or essay for students, essay for PhD students, master students, you have that curated list of essays that only you will have on your website. And each site should have a newsletter. Again, newsletter doesn't have to be a weekly, a monthly. It could be a sequence. It could be an academy. You need to attract your subscribers. You have to collect your subscribers in order to become independent from Google. Finally, and I know that many of you don't want to hear it, you have to make a choice between investing in backlinks, and this is if you want to do SEO, at least in a traditional sense. Again, doesn't have to be thousands of dollars. Could be very quality PBN links. It could be a few guest posts here and there or niche edits, but you will have to invest in backlinks. This is just how it goes. And many people say that the new geo term or AI SEO term is just the same, it's a different wrapper for the same thing, because backlinks are still important, and they are still extremely important for the Google AI overviews. Or you have to heavily invest into alternative sources of traffic. So this is my overview. I am working on a system that I currently call Scale, that takes this all into consideration and helps you build niche websites. It's going to be fully available to my school community members. I don't have an ETA, it's work in progress. But when it's done, it's going to be one of a kind. And we'll cover all of this with step-by-step guides that are A to Z. I'm very interested if you are agreeing with my observations or disagreeing, that's okay too. I actually would love for you to debate in the comment section under this video and tell me what you think. But as per usual, I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.